Generally speaking, it's a tough time to be in the athletic apparel space. Nike just got slammed today. It was hideous. Under Armour's down more than 40% for the year. Finish Line, Foot Locker, they're total dogs. Let's not forget about the ultimate battleground stock, though, Lululemon. That's down nearly 8% year to date. But at least with Lululemon, when you dig deeper, it really looks like the yoga-inspired apparel chain has turned things around for certain. After getting obliterated following a not-so-hot quarter at the end of March, Lulu's now given us 2 strong earnings reports in a row, including some excellent numbers at the end of August. And as we get close to the holidays, I think it's worth asking if this stock is the retailer that's ready to run. So let's check in with Laurent Poitevin. And Laurent is the CEO of Lululemon. Find out more about how his company's doing, where it's headed. Mr. Poitevin, welcome back to Mad Money. Good to see you, Laurent. How are you?
Good to see you.
Have a seat.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Now, I set the story up in order to be able to shoot it down. The fact is you're not an apparel and athletic company at all. There's no way that a company that has a Mindfulocity meditation lounge in its brand new New York store is an athletic leisure apparel company.
No, and I think that's what we've seen recently. You know, when people talk about the athletic sector having a tough time, I mean, it's really defined as footwear and wholesale.
Right.
And we're not a footwear brand, and we control all 421 of our stores. So I always say that we're based in the world at human connections and product.
Right.
And the control of our distribution, continuing to lead the market we've created at the intersection of athleticism and mindfulness, is a position that we're very, very proud to be in.
Well, I have great, and I'm sure you do, respect for Nike. But the fact is that model got disrupted. They are in the hands of companies that are not in their destiny, with their product being footballed and given away at a lot of different places. You had the foresight to never lose control, even when people thought bricks and mortar was dead. How did you know to keep it?
Well, I think if you think about the evolution of how people live their life, you know, and the evolution of athletic, mindful lifestyle, I mean, we know for a fact that people continue to crave human connections.
Yes.
Right? And they might not go to the mall as much, and it's not about the food court or the movie theater, but we know that ultimately people don't want to be stuck to their phone, and they crave human connections, and that's what our communities do so well. That's how we have such an incredibly productive store fleet, because we go into communities, we connect with ambassadors, and when you think about those 2,500 ambassadors around the world, right, whether they are triathletes or yogis or runners, I mean, they give us the opportunity to listen and be curious and have our finger on the pulse in terms of everything that's going on around the world.
Tell me something about This Is Yoga in China.
So This Is Yoga was a global campaign that we launched last May. We got 50 million views. It was actually
How many?
Really 50 million.
50 million?
50 million views. It was global.
Right.
So definitely a part of that was in China. And we got 25 million views for both men's and women's. So as you think about the second half of the year, late Q3, Q4, I mean, we're going to be retargeting all these guests that most of them have been exposed to the brand for the first time.
Yeah, it's funny. I went on Twitter because everyone has a view on your company. And by the way, it's about 99% positive. But someone asked me, it seems like more men than ever. And I guess that's true.
Men has been a huge focus,
yes,
you know, and in so many ways we're still like best kept secret for men, but 30% of our new guests are men. The business is growing like 23 to 25% year over year. And anecdotally, you know, in my 3.5 years at Lululemon, I've met a lot of guys that don't know that we have a men's product, right, but I've never met a guys that after trying our product said it's not for me.
No,
and that's
including me.
Thank you.
I wore the stuff all summer at the, you know, my wife calls it the club. I go to the club. I either have a suit or I had jeans. You just can't wear that. Got to wear the ABC.
Here we go, right here.
ABC. Now, you had great momentum coming out of the quarter. I think obviously the momentum's continuing, given the way I heard you talk in a speech you gave with Ali Baba yesterday.
I know it was on Monday. Yeah. Well, we've got this great presence. I mean, China is obviously a huge focus for us. I mean, we're growing 350% year over year. We're going to triple our business on Tmall. And it was really triple our business.
These are big numbers, Laurent. These are very big numbers.
And they're getting bigger rapidly, right? But it's been really an interesting relationship with Tmall, where we've been able to sort of really put a foundation down, a densification strategy in Beijing, Shanghai, Chengdu, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, but really leveraging a digital ecosystem with Tmall and put millions of eyeballs on the brand. And most recently on Sunday was an offline event that was streamed live to 125,000 people.
Well, you used to have this halo philosophy. You go to the tier 1 cities and then it creates a level of excitement around the whole country?
Yeah. And we use Tmall to do that, right? And the beauty of the partnership with Tmall is actually they share all of the guests. I mean, we call our consumers guests. I mean, they share all the guest data with the brand, right? So, and you combine that with the power of Alipay, and now you actually have a holistic view of your consumers in that market.
Now, 2 quarters ago, I know we talked, you said I let you down because I didn't believe that I said it was too fashion and that you couldn't necessarily come back. I was wrong. You came right back. I still read these analyst notes to say it's fashion, there could be markdowns, he could get it wrong, but you experiment. And you're a public company experiment, so a shareholder has to get used to that, right?
Well, I think if you think about what we do, I mean, we live at the intersection of fashion and function in a beautiful way, but it always starts with function. Right? And so as long as we start with function and as long as we focus on innovation and deliver value to our guests or solve problems for the athletes that they don't know they have, we win. And it's not a price proposition, it's a value proposition. So you think about the Enlight bra that we launched back in May, $98, our most expensive bra. 2 years of R&D with 2 universities in the UK and at UBC in Vancouver. And in 2 weeks, it becomes our #1 selling bra. Incredible. I think that speaks to the effortless loyalty and the value that our guests see in the product that we deliver.
One last question. I was talking with Gina Gilliam, my executive producer, beforehand. We still believe that bricks and mortar, it's not only is it not going away, but there will always be a big presence. But it's not brick and mortar, it's relationship, right?
It's connections, yeah.
Connections. And that's what you have prided yourself.
That's what our educators, that's what our 10,000 educators do so incredibly well and better than anybody else in the world.
Oh, my wife would certainly agree with you. I look at my credit card bills. Okay, that's Saron Potovan. He's the CEO of Lululemon. This is a great long-term retail story. You've got to look at it like that. Sometimes I get too short-sighted. Mad Money is back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.